Grappling Dads, again. Once again.
What up, bitches?
Paul here.
Get up here.
Do it.
It's fresh off my jury duty.
Oh, how was that?
Fucking boring.
I bet it was great. But you were there with another fellow gym member.
Yeah, I never talked to him.
No, he's kind of quiet.
Stared at him for a good 10 minutes like, how the fuck do I know you? And then I'm like, oh, put a gi on that son of a bitch.
Right.
That's James. He hasn't been back in a while.
No?
No.
Morning class?
Maybe. Who knows?
Yeah.
Christy still comes,
and
that's who he brought. Who knows? Whatever. He was there. Didn't care.
Thought his name was Jesse.
Jesse? It might be Jesse. I don't fucking know. You know him better than I do.
That's true. Well, it's funny because I used to roll with him at Jiu Jitsu.
Yeah.
And he's just a quiet dude. Never.
No, he was nice.
So when he came here, I'm like, I know him.
Yeah.
But he put a white belt on. I'm like, maybe I don't know him.
No, don't bullshit because you were like, that motherfucker's sandbagging. That motherfucker's sandbagging. He's a blue belt. You lying son of a
before I got mine.
Oh, we're good peeps.
Yeah, I hope he listens.
He doesn't.
Nobody does.
Dude, not around here.
No. If he moves to Australia, then he'll probably listen.
Oh, man, I love those people.
Hell yeah, dude.
Got so many of them.
Is
it Hydro Jiu Jitsu?
I'm moving there.
I want to go there. I've heard it. It's not the best to move there.
No?
Yeah.
Yeah, I had a...
You want to know why? Because we're not there.
Right? Jesus.
Yeah, I didn't see that coming, did you, Australia?
Everything wants to kill you?
Yeah, that would be one other thing. Yeah.
I'm not into
Sarah
that.
would probably kill us if she saw us.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Hunter's parents would definitely probably maul us.
And Hunter,
I'm scared as shit of that dude.
Clearly better than us.
Good Lord, I keep meaning to post one of his videos, but I have to kind of edit it down, and I'm lazy as fuck.
Oh yeah, so, gotta get it down to that 1 minute for.
Yeah, just that little 1 minute. Yeah, because and it has to be that transition.
You should make a compilation out of his.
Cross collar armbar, which is just gorgeous, and I can't even figure out how to do it. I'm like, how does he? That's how.
I tried a few times. I got shut down every one of them.
Just fell down on your back. Fail. It's always good to do that in the middle of a roll. Aw.
Yeah, just give up. Like, damn it. What are you doing? Pouting.
Pouting, clearly. Yeah. But we were coming through with, we had our show with
Paul Elliott.
Paul Elliott. I think he'll be on next week.
Next week?
Yeah, that's why I might air it.
Oh. Mm-hmm. You're not going to do it?
No, it's going to be this week. I mean, like.
So this show is going to be
this
now. This
one's going to be now.
And that show is going to be then.
Yeah. Catch up, people.
Wow. All right.
No, I just made that decision because I figured we could talk about him being on the show.
Oh, perfect. Well, matter of fact...
then you're out of the fucking town, so...
It's true. Funny enough, I'm actually doing a simple BJJ pro tip today. So
You are? I thought we had one from Croy Croy.
No, he never sent it, so...
Croy Croy. Wrist locks, your favorite thing ever.
I know, right?
Besides acai bowls.
And poke.
Poke's delicious.
I never had it.
Fucking delicious.
Maybe one
There's
day.
a poke place here in town. Just opened up.
Hell, you say?
Yeah, we're going.
Nice. Who's paying?
Larry.
Perfect. Larry, good looking out, bro.
Good looking out, senior correspondent.
Nice.
You have to pay to be on our show.
Right.
Oh, man. But yeah, we had a fun time. Had a guest, house guest for a few days. And yeah.
It was a good time.
Super good guy.
Magic tricks. We're going to talk about that we did talk about that on the next show that you'll listen to.
Paul, you're not good at this.
I'll get there.
So on the next show, Paul will go over a lot of cool magic that he did with us. And we'll go ahead and cover it now. When we call Paul, we have respect for him. So we call him Paul by his given name. When it's Paulie from the show, it's Paulie because we don't really even respect ourselves.
No.
So you can call us pretty much whatever.
Yeah, it's fine.
Beaker.
Kermit.
Whatever. So, but we got a fun show today. What is the simple BJJ pro tip about?
His title is How to Get Submissions or Find Escapes. I'm like, oh, cool. So I read it. I'm like, yeah, that seems legit. We'll go ahead and read that. I was kind of going through his
like legit.
Well, I was going, we're going to ruin it.
Yeah.
I mean, we're going to unlegitimize it for sure.
So what would
Just my reading is going to wreck it. But, it was good. So I was kind of going through some of his old archives, and I ran across this. And I'm like, hey, that looks like fun. I can ruin that. I can do my thing. We're going to do it.
It's your thing? Oh, yeah, I forget. You're the star of the show.
Yeah.
Star of that
show.
1,
star. 2, I'm the one that reads it. And read is in air quotes.
No, it's like a 3rd grade level.
Yeah, I can get through it. Yeah.
It was like 2nd grade level when you started. I'm negative kindergarten. I don't even know that's a grade.
Yeah, you're not allowed to read
negative
stuff.
Kindergarten
it's
level.
That bad.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, before we start, do your thing. Do it.
All right. Actually, let's talk about tap tape because we gave a little package. Not a little package. That was like 5. You gave him a full package of our tap tape to Paul from Simple BJJ.
Yeah.
And because he wanted to try it, he was like, "Oh, I don't really tape my fingers." Then he hurt himself, and he's like, "Really need to tape my fingers."
Yeah, he was like, "I use it when I get injured." I'm like, "Well, fine." Matter of fact, he wanted to touch it at the gym. He's like, "Oh, that is really nice."
Yeah, yeah.
Because
he saw it on your hand. He's like, "Ooh."
Yeah, he uses the shit I used to use, the medical tape.
Yeah, the medical tape you can get anywhere.
He's like, "Yeah, it does suck."
Yeah,
but,
it literally
works,
cuts off. Yeah, but it cuts
sucks.
off like the circulation somehow. Somehow it gets tighter. Why is that?
I don't know.
It's weird as hell.
Every time I've worn it, my fingertips turned purple.
Purple. Yeah. What the fuck's up with that?
It was awful.
Anyways, tap tape doesn't do that. Tap tape is amazing, and we're gonna make Paul send a review on Amazon.
Yeah.
Just make them.
We're holding you to that, Paul. Do it.
Yeah. And here, just send one to us. We'll butcher that too.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, everybody should use it. It's great tape. Tape your fingers before you get hurt. Not like Paul. He does it after the fact. Much like me.
Yep. Yeah, I actually did the same thing. I got hurt, then started taping them, then I just...
But you continue to tape.
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah, you should.
I know, because this finger doesn't even go down anymore.
Ooh, that's jacked up. Well, that might be due to your neck. You never know. Your neck is so bad.
I think the twitching is. The twitching might be.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm fucked.
Yeah, totally.
It is.
You need to get your throat cut for sure soon.
Yeah,
I'll help.
Well,
if the
everyone
in
in between now and when you hear us again, which will be after Paulie's vacation next week for spring break, I will have had my first surgical. What do they call that?
Procedure.
No. Recommendations. Ha.
That's it.
Yeah, they move slow as fuck, bro.
Wow. I thought you were going to say you would have been done by it. Now,
God,
this was news.
Yeah,
to me.
I know, right? It would have been great. But no, they finally called me after 2.5 weeks.
Can Jen be in the room when they're doing that?
Oh, that'd be kind of cool.
Because that'd make a great grappling.
Oh, no. I told her, you're taping every last bit of anesthesia when I come out of that shit. I don't care. Because I missed hers when she just kept saying, this teddygram has fat arms.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. She needs to do that for sure. But I was hoping to get the whole, sawing through your neck part and like pulling out your discs.
I don't think you saw through it. I think they make this gaping hole in my neck from the look of Jesse in the front.
Yeah.
And then they just start digging around for
I just
things.
want to watch it.
I can ask.
Perfect. That's all I'm asking you to do.
What if I just hold my phone up like a selfie and be like, can you tape this shit up?
Be like, I don't need anesthesia. Let's do this.
Let's do this thing.
I got things to do.
I'm a real man.
Yeah. This is going to get many views and likes. This is going to be what puts us over the edge and finally
really
going to snowball.
Oh shit. Back to the sponsors. Tap Tape. Check it out on Amazon. Leave a review. It's the best stuff you will use. Then we got Top Mount Apparel. Also look out at their website, topmountapparel.com.
Yeah, they seem to be on fire with getting new stuff out.
They really are. They got new releases. I don't know if they've hit yet, but they will be very shortly if they haven't been. I just haven't looked at the website because it's cheat, and he sends me the stuff before it comes out.
Nice.
So there you go. Seen them. They're cool. Check it out. Also use GD10 at checkout to save yourself a few dollars. And got yelled at for that. Whatever. Not my problem. And but yeah, we love them. They've been supporting us. They support everything in Jiu Jitsu. You guys would love them. And you're supporting a great company for when you buy from them.
Hell yeah, you are.
Yep. And we get $0 from every sale. So go
but
for
we
it.
Feel good about it.
But we feel great about it.
Do it.
Not bitter.
Jesus.
Talking about a friend. No, I'm just kidding. Then we got Black Line Jiu-Jitsu, where we had a nice little free seminar with Paul while he was here. Great turnout of 16, 17 people. That's a good turnout for a Sunday morning.
Right.
When a lot of people can't make it.
Yeah, a lot of people couldn't make it, and they were super bummed. So.
Jesse did not make it, and he's going to be super pissed because I can't wait to describe every last little trick I was shown.
You weren't there yesterday.
No.
So,
was he there?
No.
Oh.
Chad wasn't there, so
yeah, Justin was coaching.
Justin showed the class. So in advanced class, he showed how to do a Kimura from guard. I'm like, ooh, and he did it the way we were taught.
Yes.
So Paul taught us alternative way to set it up and finish.
A safer way. It's actually a safer way to pull a Kimura. It's crazy.
We actually talk about it on the show.
We do.
Following this.
We do.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I'm like, hey Justin, come here a second. So I showed him. He's like, "Oh my god, I'm using that." he was super excited.
His should be ridiculous with like his long everything, like his long legs, his long torso. What does he have to like sneeze a little bit and it's pulling far enough?
Yeah.
Seriously, and it's safe. That's the best part about that move because Kimuras scare me. I've seen so many bad videos.
That last
of just
one.
That lady.
Last one.
Oh, God.
Dude, I threw up in my mouth.
Yeah, seriously. It was just that woman where she just starts looking at her arm.
Oh, and she just kind of backs wastefully. Like,
the other one just scoots away like, holy shit.
I watched it 5 times.
Yeah, so did I. It was disgusting. It was a freaking car wreck. You just can't stop watching
exactly.
it. But yeah, Blackline Jiu Jitsu. Justin might coach a class for you. He does our no-gi on Tuesdays and Thursdays.
Yep.
Then we have Morgan that does a women's class. That women's class has gotten bigger and bigger and very, very cool. My wife usually frequents it, but with our crazy schedule, she's been missing. But if you guys go, I'll make her go back.
Perfect.
And Mondays and Tuesdays is Chad. Mondays and Wednesdays is Chad with the Grappling Dads are there.
Kids class Mondays and Wednesdays as well. Yeah.
And I help out on Wednesdays with the kids class. I
taught the class on Monday.
Nice.
Yeah, it's funsies.
Yeah, so I'll be there again on Wednesday.
Nothing like beating up some children.
Yeah. Oh, you didn't do the real little ninjas class,
No,
did you?
I don't get out of work until after that's already over.
Yeah, that's above your pay grade, sir.
Oh, for sure.
I just know you.
Yeah. It's not that I'm a patient. I don't get kids, man.
Yeah, you just look at me like, Kip, what do I do?
I don't know how to make them happy.
They're not mine. I don't know what to do. What do you do with them? So, no, it's fine. And, but yeah, check us out. It's a lot of fun. Just a good group of people. And, if you ignore that Paul and I are there, it's a great group of people.
Absolutely. You're not wrong at all.
No, not at all. And I think, I pissed off Curler enough today.
Ooh, that was fun too.
That was super fun. Conversation with me ended with "suck it, Croyler," and got threatened pretty hard on that one. And but he won't threaten you if you go down and see him in Elkhart, Indiana. Check out Croyler Gracie Jiu Jitsu. Just search Croyler, you'll find him.
They also have a ridiculous podcast, Just Jiu Jitsu.
Just Jiu Jitsu. Check them out. It's a lot of fun.
Good information.
Okay, it's not a lot of fun.
Andrew makes it a lot of fun.
Andrew makes it fun. Troyler gives a lot of information, so it's a really cool show. You guys should check it out. I know you probably have if you've been listening, but
Andrew carries on the ball busting of Troyler in epic fashion. So
he does. He's okay at it.
Well, he doesn't really bust his balls. He makes them awkward, which is even more fun.
Which
it's
is
a different kind of fun.
Yeah, because he'll
less
get the
ball
awkward
busting,
Croyler.
more awkward.
Yeah, he gets the awkward Croyler laugh.
Don't say that. Stop saying that. I'm not. No.
I'm Croyler Gracie, you son of a bitch.
I'm a professional. And Andrew's like, I'm going to bring you down.
So good job. Keep it up, Andrew.
Yeah.
Desnamone. Way to go. And other than that, fuck their podcast.
Yeah, right. It's terrible. Don't listen
terrible,
for sure.
Whatever. And but I think we can get into our show now.
All right, let's do it.
Possibly.
All right.
Have you heard? Hold on. Have you heard from Mike from Tap Tape yet?
No. To be fair, we asked on last show that hasn't aired.
No, we've asked before that too.
Have we really?
I want to know where he's at.
I suppose we could probably text him. We do have his number.
We do.
The road does go both ways. No, it goes one way.
Let's move on quickly. Let's move on quickly. Move on.
All right. So today's episode, How to Get Submissions or Find Escapes by none other than Paul Elliott from Simple BJJ. Check him out. Every fundamental student wants to learn how to submit people or how to escape from submissions. After all, submissions end the fight, match, or sparring. You are also told that you should be a submission-oriented grappler. At every turn, well, I don't know, man. I like to win by advantages. And that's all.
I actually have my own point taker at Rolls at class.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I make the kids afterwards like, here's the rules. If I get an advantage, call points. Time, and that's when I stop the match. As soon as I get my first advantage, that's when I win.
It's probably a solid bet.
Mm-hmm.
I love winning.
If I'm going to win the worlds, if I was such a person, I would want to do it by one advantage point, maybe two.
I mean, that's how real men do it.
Exactly.
And real women.
It's fun to watch, too.
I'm sure that's how Morgan plays it. Morgan's like, I got a point! Sitting on it.
Right. I ain't moving no more. Lockdown. All right. At every turn, we are introduced to classes and technique videos that revolve around submissions and escapes from those submissions. What if I told you that it's not submissions and escapes you should be focusing on?
Oh, what could it be?
I know, weird, right?
He sounded like the worst infomercial right there. And there's more.
But wait, there's more. It's actually funny because I write the same way.
Do you?
I can't help it. Like, it's just, I think it's inundated in American culture. We write like infomercials.
I can't say that. I write like a Neanderthal.
Well, I don't think you write.
I do.
People that write like infomercials.
Hey, I have to write work shit.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Actually, I do.
I want to read one. No, I don't.
No,
All right.
no. It's boring as shit.
Right, he's got an awesome quote. These are not the submissions you are looking for. Obi-Wan BJJ. That was supposed to be funny. Kip, laugh. Damn you. You ruined his joke.
Hold on. I'm turning off the recording. Fuck that.
At least you tried.
That angered me a little.
Wait until Croyler hears it.
Oh, God.
Oh, it's going to be fun.
It's going to be great.
Yeah.
Croyler doesn't like those type of things.
No, you can't mock.
You can't.
You can't mock Star Trek.
No. Oh, what a fucker. Even I didn't like that.
Right? Yeah, I made my butthole pucker.
Yeah, fucking punch you in the face right now.
Nice. Well, we'll wait till the show's done.
As I'm playing with my Yoda.
I gotta breathe through my mouth. All right. How to submit. Let's look at submissions. Most students have heard the phrase position before submission.
Bullshit.
You never heard that?
No. Just kidding, of course.
No, nobody says that.
What is that, a thing?
Position before submission, you mean fuck it, go for a leg lock?
Wrist lock.
I've actually heard that more in the last 6 months than I ever heard
I'm
position
sorry, dude.
before
I am
submission.
so sick of fucking leg locks. Good Lord.
Well, that's what you get when you have Danaher on the Joe Rogan podcast. Like, you're going to get shit
blows
like
the
that.
fuck up. Man. But still, dude, come on.
Who do you think made who more famous? Do you think Danaher made Joe more famous or vice versa?
No, come on.
I'm just kidding, bro.
I'm going to come over this table. First Star Trek, now this.
So angsty. All right. Position before
That's my
submission.
place in the show.
All right. Yeah, I'm full of hate and vitriol, piss and vinegar.
That's what I do here.
All right. This is meant as a reminder that you shouldn't look for a submission from an inferior position, like under side control, inside closed guard, or inside closed guard.
You can pull off an Ezekiel joke,
bro. Yeah, I was just that's funny. You beat me to it. I'm like, have you talked to Eddie? Like, that's Ezekiel joke city. Right there.
All day.
And to be fair, I had Croyler underneath what I thought, wrongly, turns out, as a pretty good side control, and he submitted me that way, and it was
it's got to make you feel good about your game.
It was just disheartening, to say the least. I'm like, why would you even do that? It's just mean.
Well, speaking of that,
so I guess it depends on who you are.
Yeah. Well, speaking of that, Paul was green-lighted when I went to go see him by Croyler, because I talk quite a bunch of shit. I think I talk about this on the next episode too. But he submitted me from side control with that shit he showed us.
Oh, yeah.
It's you feel so dumb tapping that. Because it doesn't look like anything, and for a second, doesn't feel like anything, and you're like,
he's like,
just breathe.
He's like, just wait for it. I'm like, I'm uncomfortable, but I'm nope, I'm not fine. I'm less fine the more this goes on.
Get your ribs out of my lung.
All right, inside close guard. So we disagree with that. Sweet. If we go a bit deeper, this phrase should also be interpreted to mean that submissions are built from good control. Because if you can't control your opponent for very long, you won't have the time to do any but the fastest submissions. And speed is not the fundamentalist student's friend. Fundamentals student, not fundamentalist.
Yeah, but
fundamentalist.
Different show.
Yeah,
different show.
That's like the Earth is 6,000 years old. People, not fundamentals jiu-jitsu people. Wrong podcast.
Wrong podcast. Sorry to disillusion you.
My bad.
And he lost his spot.
I did. Well, at least you caught that.
He's just sitting there dead air.
Like,
it's fine.
Well, I was hoping you'd continue talking. Like, I thought you had more thoughts. Or I didn't think. I hoped you had more thoughts.
Yeah, I was going to say, because if you thought about it, the blank look on my face would have given it away. Keep finding your spot now. Stop looking at me.
I got it.
Okay.
Our real goal for the jiu-jitsu submission is to focus carefully on the control aspect of the position so that your opponent can't escape while you work to lock in the submission. One place this is illustrated is when you have top mount on your opponent and you want to do a cross-collar choke. You reach your hand in and your opponent tries to upa you. Instead of accepting the upa and hoping to finish the cross-collar choke from guard, your reaction should be to let go of the choke and post out so that you remain on top of your opponent. Shit, I never do that.
I was going to say, most people just roll with it.
I
got this.
I'm like, I got my collar, motherfucker. Well, I'll stop doing that immediately. If you stay on top, you'll get more opportunities to attack from the more dominant position.
Not if you don't know what you're doing.
Right, not if you're a blue belt, bro. Whereas a reversal may lead to your guard getting past or worse. Oh, well, look at that. I just learned something. Amazeballs. Yeah, because I always just hung on and tried to finish.
I think most people do. Yeah. I think that's a really good statement. I know I've done it.
No, it's funny because I should have known better, because when Cruller is going over the escaping mount position,
yeah,
like when you escape mount, he shows us how to make sure we don't get that choke finished on us.
Yeah,
on how we
escape. That was a big part of it. Actually,
yeah,
he's like, give them that choke. Because you'll do this when you're done. Oh,
mind blowing.
Yeah, didn't put that together on the other side of the coin.
You can't catch everything in an hour.
No,
bro. It's whatever. And I didn't.
I mean,
notes.
A not average black belt could have made me remember better.
Yeah. All right. How to escape? What about escapes? Surely they are important, aren't they? Of course, but a proper escape is done at the right time. If your opponent's only goal is to control you, your escape attempts are much harder, and it's a waste of energy to try to escape a very strong control. Looking at the mount like we did above, your ideal time to escape is either before your opponent has fully established the position or when your opponent has committed to an attack. This means you have a few seconds to escape before the energy expenditure is not worth it. This applies to both competition where points are involved, as well as self-defense where you may be up against a physically stronger opponent. You ever roll with somebody? Of course you have. Everybody rolls with somebody that just, they're too much into control. They'll like get side control and be like, I'm going to hold you here for 5 minutes.
Yeah, I might have somebody in mind. Possibly.
Well, it's not only that, but...
No, I'm just saying. Yeah, no, it's... Yeah, that's...
When you're I think every new person does it because, well, they don't really know what to do.
Well, no, I think they do it, like newer white belts do it for sure because they get that position. They're like, I don't know where to go from here.
Yeah, which is fine.
It's not so much I'm winning, it's a fuck moment.
Some of it might be I'm winning, like you're finally in a dominant position and this is weird, right? I'm never here. You don't realize you don't realize it might be gifted to you, and you're trying so hard to just stay there.
How many times do we have to go over that?
Every time.
Every time. No, I have no problem talking about it because it keeps happening.
Yeah,
like
it's because nobody in our gym listens to our show.
Yeah, what's up, fuckers? Chad does.
They didn't hear that.
Yeah, damn.
What's up? You're talking to nobody.
Damn. No, Austin, Robert.
Two people. That we alienate every single time.
That's pretty fucking true. Sorry, guys.
They're like, why would I listen to your show and hear you just talk shit about me? That's a good point. You know, it's kind of like going to church and hearing how you're going to go to hell. It's like, why?
Why take the trip?
Why would I do that?
It's so insulting.
Exactly. Yeah, anyway.
We have more listeners in Zimbabwe than we do here. Awesome. It's not even a non-English country. You fuckers.
And it's true.
Yes, it's a whole country, but it's fucking Zimbabwe.
It's like Grand Rapids, 250 listeners. You guys, Zimbabwe, 812. Like,
wait. Something's wrong.
Yeah.
Something's amiss. Have you noticed that we are hated in South America? Like, we have jack shit in the birthplace of Brazilian Jiu Jitsu.
I'm hoping that's just a language barrier, and they just don't think that, oh my God, these are the worst.
Well, if you think about it, they have, like, almost no English speaking. Like, it's not a thing. They don't care. Like, Asia always has that little bit of English influence. East Asia has, intelligent people that can speak multiple languages. Khan, who grew up in Vietnam, knows 6 languages fluently.
Yeah, I got a guy at work. He speaks 7 languages fluently.
That's insane.
I'm like, how can you? Is that possible?
How do you put it together? And then like she goes, oh well, it's simple dialect. I'm like, well, speak Mandarin. She speaks Mandarin. I'm like, okay, that sounds nothing like Vietnamese. She goes, oh no, it's different. I'm like, fuck you.
Wow, that's like, impressive.
Yeah, she's crazy. Smarter than me.
It's funny because occasionally I'll get the bug up my butt. Like I would really like to learn a second language. I think
everyone would really like to do that.
But and they got plenty of like apps and podcasts and stuff like that. So I'll download a couple and I'll try it out. And I'm like, my brain is not cut out. It just doesn't
work.
Yeah.
I've tried and I'm like, dude, my brain just doesn't work. They're like, this works for everybody. No.
You know, the funny thing is I
love that we're on language right now.
Sorry, tangent. You know what you're getting into. So we have a lot of Mexicans at my job.
Yeah. Okay.
And when they're in the break room, they speak Spanish with each other.
Rightfully so.
So I had this lady come out of the break room, and she's pissed, and I'm going. She goes, "It just drives me nuts that they just can't speak our language when they're in America." And I'm like, "Are you serious?"
Are you retarded?
So I thought, well, at first I thought she was like kidding, like, haha, America, you know. But no, she was legitimately pissed off. I'm like, you realize they can speak 2 languages. How many can you speak?
Yeah.
Like, they're already smarter than you.
Yeah. They already put more shit together than you.
Right, so,
like, you're not even grasping English right now.
I'm like, and this is America. It's kind of like the do what you want country.
Yeah.
Like,
it's literally the melting pot of the world.
Yeah. You can't tell me what to do. It's America. You're
telling them what to do.
do.
This is weird. That's a good story because everyone knows a person like that.
Yeah.
Like, are you really that stupid?
If she wanted me to be just as mad, I'm like, I'm not on board with this.
I can't get to your level, hon. Don't care.
As a matter of fact, I wish I could talk to them in their language.
So I wish I knew Spanish. That was the one I've tried before, and I'm just like, wow, I'm stupid. I can't put it together.
Yeah,
I'm like, Roja. I think that's red.
Well, it's funny because I went to France. I went to France for work, and I tried really hard. Like I got this little book and the little, the cheat sheet, so I tried really hard. And I noticed that if I tried, everybody was really friendly. And I did. I tried all the time to use their language.
Yeah.
I just, whatever I could do. And everybody was super cool. Like literally everybody.
Because you're making the attempt.
So I had work acquaintances over there that wouldn't try. They just expected them to cater to
Neanderthals,
their language.
Yes.
And they're like, everybody's so rude, and they hate Americans. I'm like, no,
of course they hate Americans.
They hate you.
Yeah, you're a douche. The same person was nice to me.
Exactly, that's exactly true.
I think it's a sign. How are we on this tangent? This is fucking hilarious. But
like, how did this happen?
Like, this is probably the worst one. This has nothing to do with jiu-jitsu at all. Like, not even close. We are not even jiu-jitsu adjacent right now.
We told people we were going to fuck up Paul's pro tip. So
we're really fucking it up.
Yeah.
I don't even remember what it was about. No shit. Escaping, attacking.
Right,
we're there. We know.
We got it.
But
I even have my spot saved. Go ahead.
Nice. Do you? Look at you being on the ball.
Let me double check while you continue your story.
What was my story? How did it start? I really wanted to get back to topic, so I'm gonna let it go.
All right. Okay, I'm gonna start reading again. Yeah, I actually lost my shit. I picked up my phone and it scrolled.
Wow, he was super cocky right there, everyone.
Yeah.
This is a mess of a show.
All right. After the initial first few seconds, it is obvious that your opponent is in control of the situation. Your best avenue now is to become defensive. Wasting energy or attempting difficult escapes will only give your opponent what they want, which is an opportunity for submission. Every motion you make is going to be used against you, especially when you are up against someone who is stronger or more technically skilled than you. Another side tangent. I like how he uses the word especially correctly.
Yeah.
It's my
Not
favorite
specially.
shit. Right? Carler, take note. So when you are mounted, assume a defensive posture where you are protecting your arm and protecting your neck. Unless you are down on points in a competition, there is little incentive to do anything but maintain your defensive position and wait for your opponent to commit to a particular attack. Yeah, that's actually a big deal.
That's kind of my shit. I've been showing Austin. It was kind of fun to listen to Paul going through the same thing, talking about being patient with things and everything's not lightning fast because it doesn't need to be. And I've been trying to tell Austin that. I'm like, well, remember, being patient, like in jiu-jitsu, it's like 3-4 seconds. If you wait around for 3-4 seconds in jiu-jitsu, somebody's getting uncomfortable. Somebody's getting like, oh, I got to do something second. You got to do it. And we're just sitting here. Well, guess what? If you make it be your other person, their openings are there because just like you said, once they commit to a movement, that's your time.
Right.
And if you're expecting it, that's how you escape.
I would have the caveat there, and he might actually get into this in a minute, but I was doing essentially what we talked about before, is anti-jiu-jitsu. I'm just holding onto my collars and tucking my arms and not moving, so I'm not trying to advance my position or have my defensive posture make them as uncomfortable as I could make them. So I got yelled at by Croyler for doing that, but I don't think that's what he's talking about. Just laying there and
No. I don't think that's what he's doing. I think what he's doing is using patience. Like I said, it's not very long because they're gonna, especially if they're in an advantageous, that was horrible pronunciation, but whatever, position, they're gonna want to move faster than you.
Right.
I tell Austin that all the time. I'm like, dude, they're gonna want to move faster than you. So if you're in a bad position, almost taking it as advantage that they have to move first.
Right. Yeah, I think he's getting at you don't have to be like the bucking bronco and just start
that's
to
what people do.
spaz
Like
out.
they get in a bad position, and especially newer white belts, they just even seasoned white belts, just like, oh, I'm on my back, freak out.
Right.
Okay, shrimp.
But
settle.
Yeah. I think one of the first seminars I went to with Croyler, he was doing something he was doing the armbar from mount.
Holy shit, that was a while ago.
Yeah, it was a long time ago. I'm trying to remember if this is correct or not, but somebody asked, what do you do if somebody's doing that to you? And Croyler said, nothing, He goes, it sounds wrong, but if I start to move and stuff, I'm just
that's
giving,
when they get it.
Yeah, he goes, I'm giving Chad what he wants. Yep. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my arm here, I'm going to put my leg here, and I'm going to wait because he has to then, because he doesn't have anything right now. So if I have this posture like Paul's talking about, he has to try to advance the position. Yeah. And as he tries to advance, I escape.
Yeah, because
I use my escape mode.
Well, and that's you're literally reading their mind because you're going, okay, I know one or two options that you have from this position. So I'm going to wait.
Yeah, because I know what you're doing.
I know what you're doing. I know what the motion that you're going to have to make. So I have time to think about where do I go. It's an advantage, really. And if you can pull it off, it works out really well for you. And, I've been doing it for a while. Sooner or later, it'll work. I figure.
Yeah. I don't want to say that there's a fine line between, like, anti-jiu-jitsu and stalling and doing what he's talking about, but just note that there's a difference, I guess.
Well, anti-jiu-jitsu's for assholes.
Yeah, like myself. Yeah. I did that for so long.
You were doing that for so long.
Dude, I thought it was legit. I really didn't know.
Well, yeah, because you couldn't be tapped.
Yeah.
That was your old personality
I couldn't
coming
be
through.
tapped up into a point.
Well, yeah, I knew how to get past it, but like people when you first did it to me, I'm like, what do I do? And then once I was like, oh wait, I just fuck you up. That's what I do.
You fish hooked me. Just say it. You pulled my eye.
You weren't holding.
You fish hooked me. Yeah,
you weren't holding your collar anymore, were you? Was it wrong that I screamed fish hook?
No.
Fish hook. I'm a good person.
Still have stretch marks on my jaw from that.
That sounded weird.
All right. Find the right timing and the right escape. As a whole, all of these angles of thinking about jiu-jitsu can be summed up like this: defense before escape before control, and control before submission, which is way more in depth than position before submission. Matter of fact, we talk about this on the next show, or we kind of get into the weeds on that.
We did get into the weeds a little bit, yeah.
So, yeah, we won't delve into that right now because we delve into it next week.
Yeah. But that's good.
Yeah, that's good. Your primary mode of thinking should be to keep yourself safe at all times, using proper defense to guard, even against unlikely scenarios, such as an attempted submission from bad positions. Ideally, good defense will allow you to go straight to control, like when starting a jiu-jitsu match where you are both standing.
What's that?
Who does that? What is this? What is this from standing you speak of?
Which you can start this on your feet.
Yeah, that's allowed?
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
I think he made it up.
Yeah. Which is a neutral position against your opponent. You still need a good defense against your opponent's takedowns, but if you can initiate your own desired progression, you'll go from takedown to control to submission without any need for escaping. I mean, theoretically, that sounds possible. Yeah,
it sounds great in theory.
It's like one of those things that it looks good on paper.
Yeah, I got to see that function.
Right. Jesus, just sitting there listening, like shaking his head, like, you motherfuckers.
Amy, his wife's just sitting there going, and I made them cake balls.
Right. so good.
So fucking good. We talk about that next week too.
Yeah. Things don't always go according to plan, and you will find yourself in an inferior position. Now you must implement a good defense before you can think about escape. This is what happens when you butt scoot, right?
Yeah, totally a thing.
Yeah, so that, now you can do what he's talking about. It's perfect. See, it all works out. Once you have escaped, you can attempt to get control of your opponent and get a dominant position, which leads to controlling that position. After fighting to a position you can control, your goal is to avoid going backwards to some place you have to go back to defense and escape. Ensure that all aspects of control are in place. Then and only then can you start to think about submissions. Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I was learning some side control from him, and it turns out when you do it right, when you have that control that I clearly never had before, I'm like, oh, now it's so much easier. So it just a couple of small tweaks, and I used them on Monday at class, and I'm like, holy shit.
Yeah, how'd they work?
Oh my God, dude, it's like magic. I felt like I was cheating. I really did. It felt like people are just giving me their arms for no reason, but it was how I was positioned on them. I'm like, oh, it's just I have.
Was it side control?
Yeah, I have full use of my limbs now. Or before I never did. I had to use my limbs to hold them down. Now I'm using body position, gravity to hold them down, and I can use both my hands. And I'm like, oh, this makes it so much simpler.
And that's what he showed.
Yeah,
he's like, look at this. Now I can attack with these.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a novel idea.
but yeah, it's one of those things where. When you have the amount of hours we had with him, and you can really kind of break down some nuance.
You don't get that kind of time with a black belt.
No, you really don't. So we got super lucky. So yeah,
it was awesome.
It was really awesome.
Yeah. Even though not a big fan of his personality. I mean,
what personality?
Oh,
he drives a Subaru. You can't have a personality.
That's why he has to drive fast away from people.
Yeah.
Oh God, we're so mean.
Yeah, right. I can't wait till he comes back. It's going to be so much fun.
It's going to be so much fun, and I'm going to die.
Yeah. What dessert I'm going to have to make next time to not get killed? Kickballs, maybe.
No, those are for Amy only,
true,
dude.
Yeah.
Those are amazing. She can come to my house. She can come to our house anytime.
Oh, my wife made she made the cookie dough trifle this time, which is delicious.
Yeah.
Reese's peanut butter cup trifle next time. Bam. Wait for it.
Yeah.
Wait for it.
That sounds amazing.
Hell yeah, it does. All right, tactics and benefits. This style of thinking will serve you well for both competition and self-defense. Don't be in a rush to get escapes and submissions. If you focus instead on defense and control, you'll not only give yourself time to come up with a good plan, you'll also demoralize and frustrate your opponent. That frustration often leads to opportunities for you to advance your goals. Yeah.
Advance on what?
Advance on your goals.
Is that a thing?
It turns out it's a thing. You wouldn't know because your neck is broke.
Yeah, I fucking hate life right now.
God, dude, I'm telling you, you need to get that shit fixed stat.
Dude, I fucking hate life. Stop talking about it.
My bad. All right, moving on. Hey, are you putting us on Instagram, or are you just playing with your phone like on Facebook?
No, I'm on Instagram. I was actually just typing, wave at Croiler, because he fucking hates these things. Ready? Hold on, I got to get on here. Hold on.
Oh, I probably shouldn't do that.
No, yeah, okay, ready? Say hi, Croiler.
Hi, Croiler. You like that?
You fucking hate this,
you should do that on
you?
your show. You should. Andrew, make it happen. All right. Another advantage to this is that you are far less likely to injure yourself or others. White belts take note. Actually, blue belts too. For example, heel hooks are widely considered dangerous because they can result in serious knee injury. Heel hook position will result in serious knee injury for me. So
moving is your issue there.
Matter of fact, don't look at my feet. Just don't look at them.
They're pretty fucking ugly. I don't think anybody... Will you fucking put some lotion on
them,
bitches?
Dude, I do every day.
Seriously?
Dude, I work 12 hours a day with boots on.
Those assy son of a bitches. I don't know if I believe you.
You can come to my work. It'd be fun. Sling some steel.
Dude, I am a white-collar son of a bitch. I'll tell you that right now.
All right. If you treat a heel hook as a position you must control before you ever think about the submission, there is very little chance of hurting your opponent. Unless you're me.
Hold on. I got to pause. Pause. Hold it. Croiler has told us to stop it.
Oh, already?
Yeah, stop this garbage.
Nice.
And also, I didn't write a pro tip today.
Yeah, we figured that out.
He said sorry. It's okay.
Is he sorry?
Will you shut this off and just end it?
No.
Your face hurts my knee. This is fun. Anybody else want to comment on here? Somebody asked me how jury duty was. I'm sure
that was fun.
Let me show you how that went. Yeah, that was fucking great. So, loving it. All right, back to the show.
All right. When you demonstrate the kind of control required to immobilize your opponent and prevent all of their escape attempts, the submissions are very easy, require very little force, and are so controlled that there is very little risk of injuring your opponent. When your defense is so good that even a more technically skilled opponent has trouble attacking you, your escapes are done on your terms and with minimized chance of submission or worse position. Very true.
Seems hurtful.
It is. It's true though. Yeah, if you can establish and demonstrate more control over your rolls, whether on top or bottom, it'll be good for the longevity of your jiu-jitsu journey.
Well, you motherfucker!
Suck it!
Such an asshole.
I'm not wrong though.
No, you're not wrong, but you use the worst fucking word ever.
Yeah, I hate myself a little bit or a lot. Loathing.
I hate you a lot.
Yeah,
a lot.
Suck it.
Why do you do things to hurt me?
We're almost done here.
Is that all there is?
No, almost. There's one more little thing. Focus first on defense, then focus on control. Escapes and submissions will flow naturally and easy when you do. Point taken. Like I said, when I learned how to control somebody better using his points of control, the submissions were just there. I mean, it was I don't want to say effortless, but compared to what I was doing.
I was going to say, compared to what you were doing, it's like wrestling with hands when you didn't have them before.
Yeah, it's really night and day when you focus on control and not just start grabbing at shit. That's what I would do. I'd be like, oh, there's something. Oh, they know what I'm getting at, and they escape. And because I don't have a really good point of control, they have room to move
and get away
and escape. Yeah. Right. But when I was controlling them in such a way that they had nowhere to go. Like I had all the control, they had none of it. I'm like, oh, well, this is simple BJJ. Oh, brought it all around. See what I did there? No, you don't like that?
No.
No.
We're not a fucking infomercial. We covered this before the show. All right.
What are we going to do?
I mean,
I tried. At least you tried. Hashtag failing at life. Yes, that's what the kids say.
Yeah, all I know is we just got tore apart on that fucking thing, too.
Perfect.
So, but I think I agree a lot. I never even thought about, like, I understand position before submission before. Mm-hmm. Like, I get it. Yeah, like, don't give up on a superior position just to dive on something. But the only thing is, that shit's fun.
Oh, for sure. But I was confusing it. So I had the right position.
Yes.
But I didn't have control over that position. So
that was your go-to fucking position, too.
Oh, yeah.
You love that side control.
Yeah. Well,
that's what you work towards.
It's funny because I had the same thing, but now it's actually what it should be. Well, it's starting to be. Like, I get it.
Yeah,
like, I just learned it.
You're like, oh, I can get doing that. I can't do it yet.
Here's what's funny. So I tapped 2 people out from the position.
Yeah.
And
white belts?
White belt and blue belt. So I got your wife in the same position, but because she knows what it's supposed to feel like because Paul did it to her, she looks at me, she goes, that ain't it.
That's just so bad when you're like, no, you're fucking it up. Dang it.
So I'm going, really? So I move and I readjust. I'm like, what about this? Is this better? She's like, no, it's not the same shit.
Yeah.
But
you're working on it, dude.
Yeah.
But still, it's so demoralizing when somebody looks at you and goes, that ain't it.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Well, it's funny because your wife is the smallest and slightest of the 3 people that I got to use or try to use this on. And she's the only one that went, no, that's not going to work. Because she understands.
Because she knew it.
Yeah, because she understands. Like, no, I know what it's supposed to feel like. This ain't it.
Dude, when he does it, no lie, guys, this side control makes it so you can't speak. If all of it goes away, you start getting a scratchy voice trying to talk. That's how bad it is.
Do you ever almost drown?
Oh, that's how it feels.
Yeah.
Like where you're down at the bottom of the pool too long, you're like, oh shit, I gotta go.
Yeah, I've done that once in my life, and I remember the feeling of your lungs just need oxygen so bad.
And there's none there.
Trailer talks about this on his podcast about covering the airway and about the panic you get.
Yep.
And that's what it is. Like if at first you're like, you have your breath and you just kind of like, well, this is really uncomfortable.
Yeah, this feels is weird.
Heavy. And then you let a little bit of breath out, but you can't get it back. So you're like boa constrictoring somebody. Like every time they let out, you just squeeze more, so they can't get that back. So you're like,
yeah. Yeah,
like,
because
no.
When you take a breath, you're not the person that is on top in the side control isn't changing their position, but when you do, that air leaves and you sink down into it farther. It's so shitty.
Yeah, it just doesn't come back.
Yeah.
And the nice thing is I was too low on it, so I was giving their knee room to escape. I was giving them the room they needed to do the standard, knee push escape or whatever, or shrimp escape. But when he showed me how to do it and getting up higher, now I have way more control, and I'm heavier, and now I have the use of my limbs, and I took that space that they needed to escape away.
Yeah,
so
amazing.
It's just like a trifecta of awesome.
It was great.
Mm-hmm.
And to have someone like that and just walk through those, positions and just... Because a lot of times I've been shown a position, like Corey will show me something, and for the life of me, because he's taught me like every last bit, and I still can't nail it on him like he wants it to be seen and how he's shown me. I'm just like, mother of pearl.
What the fuck did you just say?
I'm trying to swear a little less. So that was my attempt.
People appreciate it, unless they're from Australia, and then they're like, no, you need to fucking swear.
People seem to like it when we swear, yes.
It depends on the area they're from.
Yeah, they can suck it. I'm fucking swearing. Anyways, who needs sponsors?
Ooh, I wonder if that's a thing. I don't know. Honestly, I have no idea. Like, we'd love to.
Joe Rogan swears like a son of a bitch.
That's true. Hey, MeUndies, get at us. Come on.
Yeah.
You do everybody else.
Yeah.
Squarespace? Come on. Really? Dude, you do everybody else. We'll Squarespace you. No?
What the fuck is
Moving
Squarespace?
On.
That's a website
Yeah,
host.
the old website, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're on every single podcast in the history of podcast. Yeah. Yeah, they'll sponsor fucking anybody.
Not us.
I think you just have to ask.
I don't want to be sponsored by them.
Neither do I. Hyperfly, though. Come on, bro.
Oh, Lorenz. Dude, fuck. That'd be so much fun.
They got good shit.
We would love their stuff. That's
They're
the
like,
thing.
why would I sponsor you? You do it for free.
Yeah,
fuck.
Their stuff sucks. No, it doesn't. I love it.
We're doing it all wrong. All right, we lost our train of thought again.
I think
point of control, working with the black belt, can't get to land on Croyler the way you wanted to.
Oh, that's where I was at. Yeah, but with Paul and how all three of us could get it. So Paul even was like, I'm like, that's so cool.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Should we talk? I don't think we even talked about the rear naked choke.
Oh, we fucked that up. Well, I mean, inadvertently. Like, I didn't know what he was getting at.
You fucked it up.
Well,
you did it first.
Yeah.
But that's beside the point.
I was going to say, once you understood what we... Because you would have done the same thing.
Yeah, I would have, but I didn't, so...
He's like, hey, show me your rear naked choke. So I did. He's like, yeah, that's really good. Now, how can you do it with as little amount of pressure as possible? And I took that to mean...
Least amount of effort.
Right. And I took that to mean, like, not death squeeze.
Less
right?
squeeze.
Right. So I was trying to, like, pull it in, elbows in, shoulders up, shoulders back, big chest, and I'm doing all that, and I got a good lock. He's like, I think you're misunderstanding how light...
Well, you kept hitting your arms like, no, no.
Yeah, I'm like, well, what do you... I don't understand. He's like, just put your arm in the position and just really, really light. So he does it to me, and I'm like, there's no pressure, but he had
10 seconds.
Yeah, but he's had his arm across my throat where it should be.
Well, it wasn't even on your throat. Where it is on your two arteries.
Yeah.
They're going up the sides of your neck. And when you put that properly on, that's what it literally takes about 10 seconds. And then Paul's face
started turning red,
beet red,
purple.
Yeah.
Then you start seeing veins pop out.
And then you're just like, holy shit, I'm going out.
Yeah, but he had no pressure. There was no force at all.
Yep.
It was just the placement of his arm.
Yep. And then... which is kind of, it's just so counterintuitive to what you think. You're like, oh, no, it's this, closing up that space. He's like, try it this way. And I could feel it because I flexed my arm into one of his carotid arteries on the right-hand side. And I could feel like the little thumping. I'm like, oh, you can feel that shit.
You can't feel it with like a gi on or a long sleeve shirt. Apparently.
No, probably not. This was a short sleeve shirt.
But
right there.
He had a good point too. He's like, if you can get the tap with this little pressure, like, why do you need to fight something with everything you have? So as long as you have the position.
Yeah, and you're doing you're holding your position.
Yeah.
Yeah, why not?
One, you don't need to burn your arms out. Two, if you get the position right, he goes, look how easy it is to get the tap. And he literally had one arm. He did it with one arm.
Yep.
He didn't have it locked up, and he just had the position, and he did a quick squeeze, and it's one of those... I couldn't tap fast enough.
Yeah.
It was just like, Jesus!
Yeah, but he said, and then he said, but he goes, but if you're in a competition, that they're going to fight that arm down.
Right.
He goes, use your own neck. I was like,
yeah.
No shit. That blew my mind
Yep.
because I'd thought about that before. I'm like, what if you used your neck? And I'm not smart enough or good enough at this game to try it. And I'm like, holy shit, you tapped quick to that.
Oh, yeah, and it wasn't quick enough.
Yeah, dude. So it just goes to show, dude, it's not all power. It's technique.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's why him and Curly get to get along so swimmingly well.
You know what's funny? Because I was talking to him about rolling with Vic.
Yeah.
And the first, I've mentioned this on the podcast a couple times when I rolled with Vic. I'm like, I did really good against the brown
Everyone
belt.
does good against Vic.
Yeah. And
Like,
I legitimately felt good about myself until I watched him roll with Chad. I'm like, oh shit, he was literally just fucking with me and letting me do whatever I wanted.
But really nice.
He was this is fine. As a matter of fact, this is awesome.
It's amazing that he can do it.
But he doesn't take my jiu-jitsu seriously, not in a mean way, but he doesn't have to.
He doesn't have to.
Because I'm not dangerous enough for him to take it seriously, but that sounds mean, but it's not.
Yeah, Vic's a brown belt,
Yeah.
should be black belt.
Yep.
He was supposed to test for like 17 years now.
But yeah, the point is I'm telling him this, like I'll feel if I roll with, typical blue belts, even some purple belts, like even if I lose, I can feel good about my jiu-jitsu. Like that was a good roll. I had fun. I learned.
Yep.
But when I roll with Paul, I'm like, shit. You know what I mean? Like I feel like I don't know. He makes me feel like my jiu-jitsu is shit.
Yeah, like Paul Croyler.
Yeah.
You do. It's just, there's nothing you can do about it.
So he was explaining to me, he's like, Croyler does the same thing to me that I can do to you. So he goes, it never really stops. Like just because you get to be a black belt doesn't mean there's people out there that can't just make you look like a white belt.
Yeah.
So it was it was encouraging. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it was. And yeah, we're going to talk about Paul probably a little bit too much for the next week or so, strictly because he was at my house.
Yeah, he was really cool. He came all the way from New York.
Yeah.
Drove the worst car ever built to get here. And that's fortitude, man. I tell you what.
Dude, he's a good cat, man.
Yes, he's a nice guy.
He told me he had to come back for a summer visit.
Nice. That'd be better than summer anyway because you got that pool. So
yeah, that's what I said. You can go on the lake down at Curler's, come up here, hang by the pool. Would be good. Bring more whiskey.
Please.
Holy shit. St. Lawrence.
For the love of everything holy, bring some more of that stuff.
Spirits. Look that shit up. I'm going to share it after this show on Thursday, just so it kind of coincides with us talking about it. But holy balls. This is not... Paul's a snob to his whiskey. Like,
he goes,
snob.
He goes, I don't drink a lot, so when I do, I want it to be really good. I want a good experience. He actually brought his own cups.
Yeah.
He's like, it tastes better out of this.
Yeah, and then he tells us why, and it's all intelligent. I'm like, blah blah blah, whiskey good.
You're learning. It's cool.
I'm an infant in this game, but yeah, he brought its icebreaker whiskey from St. Lawrence Spirits, and it's fucking amazing. One of his white belts is one of the guys that do it.
That work for it, yeah.
And he had been in contact, so I have to email him, let him know that it arrived, and it's fucking amazing.
Nice.
And I can't wait. You guys have to, because I can only imagine the rest of the spirits there are amazing, because they have a full onslaught of shit from there that they distill, and it looks amazing. They are not our sponsor yet. Every show brought to you half cocked. But yeah, they did send a beautiful gift for us. That whiskey was. Paul over there. He's more of a aficionado than I am.
I like my whiskey. It's just I don't have a lot of time to drink it.
Yeah,
and it's expensive. It's not like buying a $2 bottle of Winking Owl wine.
Good. Aldi special.
Yes, actually, those are pretty good for $2.
They're not.
But the fact is, you can't get a good whiskey for $2. You're gonna have to spend at least $30 to get like a decently
but
good taste.
What do you think about this? What do you think about icebreakers?
It's funny. Icebreaker. I can't believe that it's not $100 or more. I really can't.
Not kidding.
Because I've had $100 whiskeys.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, I've had a $30,000 whiskey, and it's not that good, but it's like a close second.
Dude, it's
good as shit.
That's saying something, dude. Like We have our $30 bottles, or we sometimes splurge and go a little bit more with me.
Yeah,
and
like
Paul.
I'll do a Woodford like 45 or something, but even that's like I want it to be a gift, so I don't feel bad about it.
That's great Christmas presents for the dads.
Right. Yeah, my in-laws bought me my bottle of Woodford. I'm like, oh, thank God I didn't have to spend that money. And I really appreciate it. I'm like, oh, thank you so much. That meant
this
something.
This is what I wanted.
Yeah, right.
Liver damage. But it was legit good. And I got in the janky glass because I'm nice to you people.
We appreciate it.
In my own whiskey glass. That was all janky for cheap crap, evidently.
Paul's like, I'm not pouring it in that. I'll be right back.
He walks out to his car. I'm like, fuck, man. That's kind of a slap in the face. But no, check it out. I'm sure there's a website. I'll share that shit. But, guys, it's good. It's clean. I think I smelled it about 74 times. I just kept smelling it. Yeah. And smelling it. And smelling it. It smells amazing. The color on it was really unique. It was just really good.
Yeah, it was good stuff.
Can't say enough good things. So check it out. St. Lawrence Spirits.
So this podcast has been pretty good. We covered why we want to speak another language. A little bit about whiskey.
We are not good at this.
So
okay, it's under stlawrencechateau.com.
Nice.
Wow, that place is fucking dope.
Anything else you want to talk about Jiu Jitsu before we wrap this shit up?
I can't. I just want to keep looking at this.
All right, we can do that.
Hey guys, it's a really cool place.
No, I'll tell you.
It's in Clayton, New York. But no, I don't think so. Unless you want to do we still have something from our white belt. You want to do that another week or?
What time is it? How long have you been doing this?
It's 8:30.
Send it to me. Huh? Or where's it at?
Well, here. It's in Facebook. It's on our messenger.
Yeah, if you just open it up, I'll read it.
Yeah, I can do that for you.
Perfect.
So, yeah, he's sharing things and doing such as.
No, he's kind of sharing his experience.
Yeah, he's kind of bitter.
A little bit.
Just kidding.
A little bit.
Okay, I do
That's
believe.
That's what we want, though.
Okay, I do believe we're on 4 and 5.
4 and 5.
Yeah, 4 and 5. They're not very long. But this dude, just to let you know, if you guys are just new to the show, which we keep getting new people every week, and we really appreciate it. This is a white belt. This is my white belt that I adopted.
That's so funny.
I call him my little white belt on my phone, and his name's Austin, and he's doing great learning, probably more from other coaches, but I'm going to take credit for it.
Take all the credit.
Fuck you, Morgan. I do what I want.
Ooh.
Justin, suck it.
Yep.
Neither one listens.
No. We can say what we want.
Ben, don't tell her.
He's going to be like, listen, cue this up in 1 hour, and 23 minutes, and play.
And Kip's dead.
All right. 4th entry, side mount side. Not sure what that means yet. The scissor sweep is a work in progress still, but I've been hitting it on white belts that aren't used to it yet. Well, that's where you're supposed to start.
That's where you start.
Yeah, that's where I start.
Well played.
I'm trying to get certain aspects down with the timing, but it's a weapon I didn't have previously, and I'm excited to keep fine-tuning it. Yeah, that's a good feeling when you're like,
sweeps,
hey.
And I think the sweeps are the funnest to land. Oh, it's so great.
It's almost as demoralizing as getting wrist locked. It's like, shit, I was in a good position, and now I'm in a really bad one.
Really bad one. And on top of that, like, the roll's not over.
Right.
You don't have to stop. You just keep going. Yeah. It's great.
So, I told Kip that I continue to get stuck in side control and would like a way to maneuver out of that. Often, I will simply wait until someone moves and gives me a little space. So we worked on creating a better frame and pushing off the opponent to create even more space and slide my legs underneath. I've been able to use this a few times already and at least get half guard. Once again, still working on the timing. Hey man, half guard is better than being in side control. I count that as a win all day.
Well, and that's what I told him. I go, don't try to recover all together. Like, a lot of times, when you catch them moving and you get a good solid bump with a good frame, you'll be able to get all the way back to even butterfly on one side or all the way back to guard. Mm-hmm. But I go, if you have to settle for half guard,
take it. Then get good at half guard.
Yeah, get good at half guard, you're done.
Right? Resident Black Lion big guy Larry was curious about escaping mount, so we went over that. It's crazy how simple things are when you truly break them down. If you eliminate your arms for your opponent, they have to go for something else. Once they go for your neck, they've eliminated a leg on the table, giving you an option to escape. Logic.
Croyler.
Yeah. Well, yeah, where did we get that from?
We learned that from Croyler.
I mean, we made that up all by ourselves.
Yeah, I'm so smart.
Yeah.
I passed it on at least.
Oh God, I think I was showing Larry what Paul showed us the night before. One of the things he didn't cover.
Yeah.
And Paul comes up and is like, "Hey, I just came up with this all by myself."
Maybe I did. You don't know.
You don't know. Shakes his head like you're a dick. Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah, totally.
We had a Wednesday open roll, so Paul helped me with another side control escape. Focusing on sliding my knee to my elbow, a move I typically use for escaping mount. That's another thing I failed to recognize in Jiu Jitsu. A move in one position can often be modified to work in another position.
Correct.
These small details have slowly helped the light bulb in my head go from dim to, well, still pretty dim, let's be honest.
Flickering.
Yeah, flickering. We'll give it a good flicker, yeah. Oh, and thanks for the top mount shirt, Grappling Dads. I had already bought it using your stupid code, so thanks for nothing, but seriously, thank you. All right.
He was the winner of the contest, by the way.
Oh, nice.
He was the one that wrote our website.
He did. He did a great job. Thanks, homie.
The other ones were just insulting.
All right, fifth entry. This one's short. Sunday, we didn't go over anything crazy technique-wise, essentially because my mind was mush, typically. However, we did go over small things where I already saw immediate returns. For one, just sitting up when someone tries to hip bump you. Amanda tried it the next day. I was able to stop it and avoid getting swept.
Which is her shit. It's her shit. So he was so proud of himself.
Without basing out and setting up a Kimura. She submitted me a few moments later, but it gave me more time to stay in the roll. Hey, man. Baby steps.
That's all you can ask for.
My hip bump was also off because I was hitting people with my leg, not my hip. Well, that'll do it.
Yeah, when you ignore the name of said technique.
Yeah, it's a hip bump sweep.
Usually a bad start.
It's a hip bump sweep. Why aren't you using your hip? Weird. Yeah. I was able to test that.
Not leg bump sweep.
Yeah. I was able to test that on a newer white belt slowly and really focus on the small detail. Getting caught up in the details is jiu-jitsu. Now that I have somewhat of a game, here's somewhat I can only submit Paul like 5 times in a row. Nothing special.
That was a good addition, I thought.
I'm finding I need to focus on the details of the basics. I think Kip felt Sunday wasn't helpful, but even going over another step to improve my base provides value the next day. Basically, I'm ready for Worlds tomorrow. Yeah, see, that's another thing. Like he's super excited with the basics, and the more excited
he wouldn't leave on Sunday when Paul was here.
Oh yeah,
like as soon as I saw him and Robert both, I'm like, because I didn't know who was going to show up. I guess I was supposed to be organizing it. Dropped the ball on that one, and whoops. I just wanted Paul there for us. So anybody else want to tag along, whatever.
Yeah, we can show you a couple things now.
Yeah, it'd be fun.
Just ask.
But I knew those two though. Once I saw they were there, I'm like, yeah, those two won't leave until he does, because both of them are just sponges.
Yeah, they were enamored,
and they just sat there for the whole time that Paul was there.
I used that guard pass that Paul taught us, and I used it on Robert, and he goes, "This looks so familiar,"
and you can't stop it.
This is so great. I'm actually doing it right. Holy shit!
That was crazy. I never blow toot my own horn. That is because I'm not good at this.
You never blow yourself. Check. Keep going.
You don't know that.
Keep going.
Anyways, great show today. No, so I was I was talking to him about guard and things like that earlier, and he goes, how do you pass guard? And I described my guard pass.
Who are you talking to?
Paul
Elliott. Check.
Paul Elliott.
Okay.
So we were talking. It was before you were out of work, so we were just hanging out in the kitchen chit-chatting. He asked me what my favorite guard pass was. I'm like, I really only use one, and I go, well, the only difference between mine and his was where I was placing my offhand, because that was exactly what he did. And I was wondering, I didn't know that till later though, until he showed us it. And he was sitting there and he goes, where do you put the pressure? On my forearm. And it was my elbow. Is it your elbow or your forearm? Like, oh no, it's my forearm. I go, my elbow, what's the point? I'm like, I can find. You're not
a elbow thigh grinder.
No, the funny thing is when he showed it and when I figured out, I'm like, oh, that's why he looked at me funny and asked me more questions about my crappy guard pass. It's because it's kind of like what he does, just his is way more refined, obviously. Yeah. It makes way more sense. But I look across and Austin is listening to him, and I look over and Austin's just staring at me like, yep, that's what you do. Like, Yeah. And he said patience in that description. I'm like, yeah, that's what I told. I felt all cool because I was like, that's what I told Austin. I'm smart as Paul. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. Have you ever done it where you show somebody something and then the coach immediately corrects?
Oh yeah. Well, because you're not even trying, and that's always the time when you're like, I really don't know it, but I can show you what I know, because in your head you're like, I know that part, and it's fucking terrible because like Chad will walk and be like, the fuck are you doing? No shit.
So, here's the thing. Like, everybody gets overexcited about jiu-jitsu.
Yeah,
so
especially when you learn a new technique.
So as soon as anybody, like white belts, blue belts, purple belts, like they learn something, they want to show it, and you probably shouldn't. You know what I mean? But we're
especially if you're us.
But we get excited. I say we as a whole because I've done it. You've done it. Everybody does it, right? So for sure, stop. Because
we're not gonna, but you really should.
But what'll happen then? Like, let's say a brand new blue belt thinks he understands moves, so he's like, "I'm going to take a white belt under my wing," just like you're doing, right?
Yeah.
So not that there's nothing wrong with that, but sometimes it gets screwy.
But
you know what I mean? It's not.
But I'm careful with that because, and I know that because we've had this conversation also.
Right.
And I'm careful with it. And I told Austin when we started this, like, none of this is probably the correct way of doing it. It's just, this is going to get you to doing it more correctly and understanding what what Chad's going to show you, what Morgan's going to show you a little bit quicker.
What I'll give you all the credit in the world for this, which pains me to do, but I always hear you say, "This is how I do it." If you want clarification, I highly suggest you ask Morgan, Chad, Justin, Jesse. Like, please get clarification and make sure that this is right. Like, you're asking me, and I'll show you what I do. But you every single time say,
because
"Hey,
I don't want to step on Chad's toes," especially Chad. It's Chad's school. Chad's shown me a lot of shit, so I'm like super duper careful. I'm like, please God, ask someone else, because I don't want to fuck up your jiu-jitsu. That's the main thing. It's like, I want to respect Chad. I don't want to fuck up your jiu-jitsu. Right. So when I'm talking with Austin, it's all concepts. It's like, this is just my concept of how this works. Please, God, get clarification. I know he does. I know he asked, like, Morgan, because Morgan, she'll break down a move for you in 2 seconds. Yeah. But
here's the thing: like with my side control, like, I had a lot of success with it.
Yeah, for sure.
In my head. So if somebody asked me what I do in side control, that's what I showed them. Well, now guess what? I'm showing them different shit.
Yeah.
So I mean, we all fall prey to it. But
I just and it's I know for me, it's not that I want to be a coach. The only thing I like coaching is children. Like, I love coaching kids. Like, if I could, that's why I help out on Wednesdays. I love helping out with the kids class.
Yeah. Like I said, I got kind of my thing. I got to coach them on Monday. It was fun.
It's fun. I love doing it. And but other than that, I just want to share. Like, I see something that exciting or works for me. I'm like, oh shit, everyone can do this. So please, God. And on top of that, like, if you do it to me now I have to know how to defend that.
I think everybody's able to share. Maybe relax and settle down.
Oh my God! Please, God, everyone.
Well, I was rolling with a white belt, and he, I was kind of letting him play, and he got inside control, and he was doing the human Sibian thing where his whole body is shaking. And I said, "Whoa!" I said, relax, settle down, and he's like, "What do you mean?" I'm like, "Look," I said, "You got a good position." I said, let gravity in your position do the work. Yeah. I said, "You're burning yourself out. Give me 30 seconds, and then you're done." Yeah. I said, "If you just do what you're doing now." Take a deep breath, and then let your muscles just kind of relax. I said, look, I still can't. Position. I said, I still can't move, right? Like, I'm still stuck. You got me. But now you're not burning any energy. He's like, oh, it's like a light bulb.
Yeah, the more times he hears that, the better you'll be. It's just so belittling when you hear, calm down. You're like, fuck you, I am calm. Because all of us did it when you started. We talked about it before on the show.
I'm trying not to be condescending when I say it.
It's so hard, though.
To brand new people. It is, because there's no easy way to say, calm down, fucker, you're being spaz.
Because that's all you're going to hear. Yeah. It could be, could you please calm down a little bit to excel your learning? No, they're going to hear, you're so fucking flailing.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think doing I'm like, hey, just relax your muscles. You'll burn less energy and you'll be able to go longer.
I think that was a better, because you explained said comment.
Right. I never,
very well.
Yeah.
Because no one ever did. No. Except the best thing you did for me was, you're doing it right now.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
That was fun. When I actually seen the light bulb go ding above your head, I'm like, sweet.
Yeah. Because I didn't do it after that. I'm like, nope. Because I would go to get all freaking tight. I'm like, nah, fuck it.
Well, it's funny.
Don't do it.
I think so. I'm not a flaily bastard, right? I'm not.
No,
I'm not a.
Not at all.
but I still have room for improvement. And I found that out rolling with Croyler. He's like, hey, you're very stiff and chair-like. You're not very wet blanket. You're not very smooth. And I'm like, shit, man, I thought I was. And so he's showing me, just like I showed you, where I'm like, oh, okay, I can. So
it was your light bulb.
Yeah. So like I pointed it out to you when it was happening. He did the same thing for me in my mistakes I was making. I'm like, oh, and now I got something to work on. And it's tough. Like the deeper you get into it, the harder it is to like get the last little bit of like flaily stiff
it's
fight
so hard.
out of you. Yeah, it's the first amount of flail, like the human Sibian, like flail. It's like that's kind of easier to work on, but after that, it's kind of like
it's hard because now you're nuancing. Like you're a freaking freak out. It's so hard,
especially when you're losing.
Yeah, because that's when mine comes on. I'm like, I'm losing. No,
you're on the bottom. I'm like, no,
because I don't care that I'm losing. It's that I'm on the bottom being smooshed. I'm like, I know I'm gonna get stupid.
Right.
Oh, man, that's a good show.
Yeah, that's all I got. You want to wrap it up with our website if it's still up there?
Yeah, it's still there. Oh, shit. Just, how we like to do notes here. Go ahead and put some pictures on a drive that was sent to us by Nathan.
Oh, I got to do something?
Yeah. Got to upload some pictures for him so he can do things with them.
Oh, okay. I don't know how to do that.
And on that tip, hey, if anybody wants to send us a picture of you guys and your gi or anything like that, send it to us. We'll get it on the website when the website's useful. But anyways, it is useful.
Have patience. Have faith. Don't.
Very slow faith. But check out our website. It's grapplingdads.com. It does have some good information about me and Paulie, how we started the show, a little bit about that, and what the show is about. I know a lot of you guys get it, but if you're new, go check it out. And, big important one on there is the shop. It will have more shirts on there as soon as I can not be the dumbest person alive. But yeah, just click on there. It'll take you right to our T Public page, and you can order a shirt there.
Or throw pillows. It's an option. I'm just saying.
Megan.
Take a grappling dad to bed with you.
Megan.
Oh, shit. I should have read her.
Megan
that was funnier than hell.
Yeah, that was good. We'll read it next time.
Are you sure?
You want to read it now?
Ooh,
You're the one that has to go to bed, dude.
Fuck. I'll read it next time.
Okay. All right, Megan. We'll tear you apart next time. All right, everybody.
See ya.
Bye.